Alright guys, my name is Goblin and today I'm going to be going through all of the unobtainable and unused items in Oblivion. Basically, these items, they still exist in the game's files, so we can access them through console commands. Some of these items, literally, you will have never seen in your life, because they just don't exist, they just don't appear in the game at all. Some of the items do appear in the game, because you are able to obtain them through glitches and things like that. So we're just going to be running through all the items which basically are inaccessible to the player and just having a look at them. And I think may as well jump into the video straight away. By the way, be sure to subscribe so you don't miss my next video where I'm going to basically be turning Skyrim into The Witcher 3 with mods. That's going to be an interesting video which I'll release next week. But as you can see, I may as well jump in with the armour that I'm wearing right now. This is armour that you probably have never seen in your life, although the gloves and the boots may be slightly recognisable. And this armour is basically called the pit armour. I'm thinking this is totally unused in the game. You will never see this armour in the game apart from the gauntlets and the boots. The model for the gauntlets and the boots are used for 2 unique items, but the rest is not used at all. My guess basically is that this armour was going to be the original arena armour before they must have just swapped it out with the current arena armour last minute. And it's kind of interesting, you know. It looks kind of alright. The colour is terrible. That's probably why they replaced it, because the colour of the current arena armour is a lot better. And if you look closely, there's no armour rating or anything. There's no value, and it has a broken symbol next to each of the armour pieces, which is kind of interesting. The next item on this list is an interesting item. Basically, some of the merchants on the launch of Oblivion were basically bugged. And there were certain items which they should have been selling, but they just didn't appear in the list of items to sell when you went to the merchant. And the only thing that really fixed this was the unofficial Oblivion patch. So right now I'm in a shop, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to go under the shop, right? So I'm going to take the collision off, and if you go down here, you will find 2 chests, and they need a key, so we'll have to unlock them manually. And the item we're looking for, it must be in this chest, is the Specter Ring. Right, so this item is just here. This guy is meant to sell it, but he doesn't. And the only way you can really get this item is with modded patch fixes. So there's a few items like this. There's a few unique hood items, the cowl of something or other. It is again was supposed to appear on a merchant, but simply wasn't. This item is it's very good actually. You got Feather 100 points, Chalmeleon 25. You can very easily stack your Chalmeleon very high this item. So yeah, it's a very overpowered item which just wasn't in the game. This next item is one of the more known items in the game. The original way to obtain this item was to basically go into Frostcrag Spire, go to a certain location in Frostcrag Spire, and then you could do this on console as well, and basically uninstall the DLC, save the game, while you're in one of the rooms, uninstall the DLC, and then load your game, and then you'll be glitched into basically what is called the Bruma testing cell. So, I've got the console command here, we can just teleport to it here. You get a few of these interior cells, these are basically just testing cells, and you get a world testing cell. I will make a video about the world testing cells later on. So yeah, you just got this kind of testing area. There's a few rooms here we've discovered in a previous video where you can obtain all the sigil stones in the game. I think that's one of those over there. But in the middle of this location is this really random mace called the Mace of Doom. Right? If you look at the stats, it's pretty insane. 14 points, 10 foot. So we can go and test this out. I mean, as you can see, the mace is fairly overpowered and has a big area of effect. And yeah, it's pretty cool. Second to last items I have on this list. Basically, you could use the Skill of Corruption. I'm going to have a video on screen right now to basically show the glitch. The glitch is kind of fairly difficult to actually do, and I think you need an early version and unmodded version of Oblivion for it to work. And basically, you use the Skill of Corruption to clone NPCs. I think there's even a glitch where you can use it to clone yourself. I think maybe I'll make a video in the future of all the stupid exploitable glitches that were actually in the original version of Oblivion. That might be quite interesting. Basically, you use the skull to duplicate the enemy, and you could use this to obtain some of the unobtainable items that you come across basically when you're progressing through the arena quest line. Because obviously there's Shimmer Strike, there's that special shield, there's a lot of unique items which the enemy combatants have, which obviously you can't pick up because you're not allowed to pick up stuff in the arena. And so you can use the Skull of Corruption to get these items. There's other items as well. You can use it to get the Cowl of the Worm or something like that from the Worm guy, the end boss of the Mages Guild. So you can use it to obtain a lot of unobtainable items through basically glitching with that method. Last armor set I'm going to talk about is the Mythic Dawn armor set. Basically, obviously this is obtainable to the player. You can't really glitch your way to get this either. But the only way that you can really get it is with console commands. If you go to the inventory, it's classified as bound armor. You know, it is a summonable spell. It's never actually it isn't actually a physical armor in the game because of the Mythic Dawn agents they use a summoning spell to obtain it. So I mean, maybe like at some point perhaps it was a spell, but probably not. I mean, but here is the armor looking as it is. Obviously the other armor, which is similar to this, actually quite nice to look at. I never noticed the shin pads before until I've equipped it on my own character. They kind of look really evil looking. The other armor set obviously is the Imperial Palace armor, but I mean I just put all the armor pieces into my inventory and it didn't really go well. Basically, I've got all the armor pieces in my inventory, but it's not classified as a piece of armor which should be equipped by a player, so I can't it doesn't even appear in my inventory. So there's that. The only thing you can get is the shield, like right here. If I equip a one-handed weapon, the only thing you can get is the shield. So yeah, you cannot get this armor at all. Anyway guys, I'm going to end the video there. Let me know if I missed anything in the comment section below, and recommend any cool, interesting videos we can do like this for Oblivion. You know, I'm just going to search through all the things that people probably don't know about this game, see how far we get. Anyway, next video is either going to be I'm going to turn Skyrim into The Witcher 3, or I'm going to look at some of the Oblivion glitches, or I'm going to look at some of the world testing cells for Oblivion, which are kind of interesting. But anyway, my name is Unobtainable. Until my next video, ciao.